What's going on, guys? It's Cliffy here. Today we are making our, our one-day debut for Yorkshire is what you'd say. They play the Pro 40, which is the 40-over competition, and we've basically got 5 overs left. So we're just going to go for a slog, and hope it comes off good. We almost got out first ball there to Chris Jordan, but we'll just be looking to go and obviously finish off strongly. Hopefully try and pick up some quick runs. Finish with that not out to help go and boost the average. But apart from that, we're just going to go and try and boost that run rate. I think we've already got a pretty good score, over 240. Remember, it is only a 40-over game, and, well, what can you say? We go out there, try and score quick runs, and just like that, we go on second ball for a duck. So, but what can you expect? There's only 4 overs left. You kind of got to go out and have a swing. Hope for the best. Hopefully something does go and come off, but, now we're going to have to see. We are going to have to go and make it up, obviously, with our bowling side of things because we've done nothing with the bat, which for a number 6 is a little bit depressing, but we'll go and take it. And one thing I do like about how they work around the power plays and stuff in this competition is that it's not split up. Basically, you've got 15 overs of power play. It's the first 15 overs. That's where your fielding restrictions are. Then after that, it's all off. So it will be interesting if I do get a chance, to captain the side, possibly to bring myself in, you know, at number 3, just so we can go and obviously try and exploit those longer fielding restrictions, shall we say? Because normally we are just used to playing in a one-day game with those fielding restrictions. That one there has gone up over the top. That is going to be 4. First 4 for Ed Joyce. And one thing I have noticed when I have played, not in this career mode, because obviously it is our debut, but when I have played in other Pro 40 and other county championship games, is that the scores normally are... What is my fielder doing there? The scores are normally quite high. I mean, we scored... I think we got about 280 in the end from memory. The required run rate at the moment is over 7. So, generally... Excuse me. Generally, there is a lot of runs scored, but saying that, there are a lot of wickets that are taken as well. And we've just gone and picked up that one there, picked up our first one. We didn't have a great day with the bat, but we have brought it back a little bit with the ball by taking a wicket in our 5th ball of our first over. So hopefully we can carry on with that. And Matt Pryor, what have you done there? Whew. First ball. Welcome to England, he says to Cliffy, as he goes for 14 off his first over, does pick up that wicket, but wow, 14 runs off that first over, and that first ball 6 from Matt Pryor. Holy cow, what a shot that was. But as you can see the difference, we were 75 for none at this same stage. Sussex are going along when it comes to runs required at a fairly similar rate, but they have lost 3 wickets, so that is the big thing that we do talk about. And I talk about it time and time again every video. It must just be drumming in to your guys' head by now. But when it comes to not even just one-day internationals, but when it comes to, I guess, chasing in anything, it doesn't really matter, especially in this day and age. Well, it is for limited overs cricket. In this day and age, it doesn't really matter how far behind the 8 ball you are. You can definitely go and catch up quick, smart, very easily, you know, with T20 and obviously how everyone bats nowadays. You know, if they had to go and score, you know, maybe 10 off the last 10 overs, that's no biggie. They've been doing that for 10 years already. It really is just about obviously keeping those wickets retained and that wicket retention. And once you go and do that, it does make it a hell of a lot easier for everyone else. So, come on, Wellesley, just edge this one to the slip, because we've been getting so many... I have been getting so many edges lately. And instead you just go and power one through the covers. I hate bowling in the power play. I say that as well. I drum that through every episode that I hate bowling in the power play. But I don't really have too much of a choice. It's basically what we have to do. I think I may have played for Yorkshire in this career mode series already. I'm not sure. So many episodes through, and we're only in our 2nd season. This one here we have, in this career mode, I really have gone and not had too much space in between games. It really has just been like game after game after game, compared to my other series where, you know, would go a very, very long time without going and seeing any of the games. Come on, we need another wicket. We need another wicket. These two are putting on a nice wee partnership. Wicket retention is what we need to go and get rid of. Matt Pryor has been on the ball since he's come in. 28 off 18 now. I'm not even sure if Matt Pryor is playing. I know he's retired. I'm pretty positive he's retired from international cricket. I think he did have an injury issue, but also his form wasn't great for England, and that's when he was dropped. And I think, obviously, Joss Buttler came in And there we go, we talk him up when it comes to form, and he goes and howls out to long on to Brooks. I thought it was side bottom there, but howls out there, so we'll definitely go and take that there. But yeah, I think it was injury issues and form issues, and I think it was obviously Butler was brought in, and he was the test keeper first off, because Matt Pryor never really was a one-day or a T20 keeper when it came to the English national side. And it was, more other guys. I mean, Craig Keys would have played there, but obviously he had that horror injury. Had to have surgery, I think, on his eye. So they had him. Then Josh Butler came in. They've used Johnny Bairstow. They've definitely used plenty of options. So I think Butler originally was the one to replace Pryor when it came to test wicket keeping, and then obviously he didn't have the greatest time. Very good limited overs player, Josh Butler, but I'm still really adjusting, I guess, to the longer format of the game. And that's where Johnny Bairstow, I guess, has come in. And the fielding restrictions are gone now. Yes. That's where Johnny Bairstow's come in, and I guess he's kind of made that spot his own. And I'm pretty positive I have talked about this, talked about those guys who are, more part-time keepers that are in the test side to contribute with the bat as well. BJ Watling's a perfect example when it comes to someone from New Zealand. And BJ Watling, don't get me wrong, he's developed into a very, very good keeper, very, very good test keeper. And obviously his batting goes and helps a lot as well. And I guess Bairstow's a bit the same as that. He's a guy who has got a very good record with the bat when it comes to domestic cricket. Is that another one? We're just picking up wickets with ease out here. I love the Pro 40. Absolutely love it. Why have I not been playing it sooner? Why have these guys not wanted me sooner is a better question. We are just killing it in the wickets. That's our third. But Bairstow is one of those guys, and I forgot to change the field, who obviously has a very good domestic record when it comes to, just any form of domestic cricket. Whether it be one-day internationals, whether it be county championship. I think when he was originally called into the England test team, or possibly recalled, I'm not sure. But when one of those two, not too long ago, he was in there just as a pure batsman because he had been smashing runs in the county championship. I think he was, daylight ahead of everyone else when it came to top run scorer for that season. And so he came in obviously as a batsman to cover for someone. And then Josh Butler wasn't having the best of time with the bat. And I guess Josh Butler's another one of those guys who probably, is in the side, is in the limited overs side, probably first and foremost for his batting, because his batting is so explosive, and his keeping just comes second. And he's not a bad keeper when it comes to limited over cricket. I'm not saying he or Bairstow are bad keepers. They are still solid keepers, otherwise they wouldn't be in the England setup. But, both of them probably primarily are in the side for their batting. Their batting definitely comes first over their wicket keeping. But Bairstow's one of those guys, as I said, similar to BJ Watling, who is kind of developing his game. He is really improving his wicket-keeping to a higher standard and becoming a very good wicket-keeper batsman for the England Test side. And he is still young, and he does still have plenty of time. And there is pressure from Josh Butler. If Josh Butler can, I guess, sort himself out when it comes to red ball cricket and obviously the longer format of the game, then there is going to be some real competition for that wicket-keeping batsman spot. Especially with how, England, they've done it, I guess, in this T20 World Cup. Moeen Ali has batted all around the order. He's dropped down to like number 7. He's batted at number 8. He normally bats 8 in tests. But the way they go, they do normally like to play, probably those two all-rounders, possibly Stokes at 5, and then have your keeper at 6, Moeen Ali at 7. Or possibly even in test matches where Ben Stokes bats 6, you have your keeper at 7 and Moeen Ali at 8. They normally like to go for those 2 all-rounders and then go for probably more of your 3 front-line quick bowlers, especially in test matches. But they do a similar sort of thing when it comes to limited overs cricket as well. I mean, Josh Butler, I think, in the current setup of the England side, I think bats it at 4. I think ahead maybe of Captain Ewan Morgan, possibly. Come on, you've got to give us another spell. You've got to give us another spell. We've been expensive. I think we've only bowled 5 overs. We'll have a quick look at that. We have only bowled 5 overs. We have been expensive. We've gone for 8 runs and over, but we have picked up 3 wickets when it has come to that. So 93 off 36. So hopefully they are going to go for a little bit of a slog. And with that, we can pick up those final 2 wickets. I'm guessing we will, from where we have come in, we will be bowling out the innings, which isn't a bad thing. We can definitely do that. Wells is still in. Wells is batted. Did he open? I can't remember if he opened, but he's been in there either from opening or first drop. So he's batted a long, long time. So it's still going to be tough to go and pick up these wickets. And we are really going to go and, I guess, try and retain that bowling and retain that economy rate, because at the moment it is quite shocking being above 8, especially for someone like myself who prides myself on my economy rate, which hasn't really happened here today. But hopefully, as I said, we can go and pull it back. Hopefully we can pick up another 2 wickets to complete that 5-wicket bag on debut, because that would really go and cap it off, especially after we did struggle with the bat, obviously scoring that second ball duck not too long ago. But this has been a better over. It doesn't help when your first over. I mean, our first over went for 14 off prior, and since then it kind of went, not downhill from there, but we're still being expensive. Wells hit us for quite a few, and I think, yeah, obviously Pryor hit us for a few as well. So we really need to go and try and break this partnership, pick up this wicket, keep away the boundaries, which we have gone and done. We've only gone for 4 in that over, so that's a much better return. Still 44 off 6 overs is still very expensive, still over 7, but it is slowly gradually getting down. But I did say at the start of the video there are quite a lot of high scores. Obviously it is only 40 overs, so you got that 10 overs left. Sometimes teams think you do need to go and make up those extra runs, which, you know, can potentially happen sometimes. But yeah, we just need to keep going, keep plugging away, and that wicket will come. That wicket will come. And that, I mean, that's what happens. Quite often through all the P40 Cups that I have played in Don Bradman, I don't really watch them too much in real life because we don't have the coverage for them, and I guess the time difference as well. But all the ones I've seen on here, you know, normal pass score is definitely above 240. You know, it's definitely above 6 and over. I don't know if that has anything to do, you know, I guess with the longer fielding restrictions that are in place, or if it just has to do with the pitches. Another thing is the depth of bowling, which I have talked about before. I won't get into that today because we will run out of time. The pitches, obviously the batsmen, smaller grounds. There are plenty of things that do go and play into that equation. So, you know, you can't really, I guess, pinpoint it down to one thing. It is more of a combination of things like that there. And those last 2 have beaten the outside edge and the inside edge of Chris Jordan as well. So we just need to go and keep that up. If we can get one to beat the bat and go on and topple off stump, that would be primo, absolute primo. So Sidebottom is coming in, he's bowling his last one. We're going to bowl our last one too. I don't think it's the last one of the game. No, it is the 39th. So, but the game pretty much dead and buried at this stage. 63 needed off just 12 deliveries. So you can have your single there, Chris Jordan. You can have your single. I'm quite comfortable with you taking that. I prefer Wells, who the pressure probably, well, no, the pressure's not on him. I was going to say the pressure's on him to go and try and score his ton, but he has gone and picked it up already. And why didn't I have a man down the ground? Because I forgot to change my field, and if I had changed the field and he carried on with that shot, we probably would have had him, and that would have been our 4th for the day. But I don't know why that has changed. I don't know why that field has changed for him, to be honest. But realistically, the game is still on. It's still there. I think they may have missed it now because they did need pretty much a 6 every ball. And that one there's gone for a 2. So no real pressure on Sussex. A little bit of pressure on me to go and obviously keep our runs down. At the moment we're going at over 7 and over. That one there is not going to help. That's just going to get put away. Now bowling has been taken to the sword a little bit today. We have taken that 3 wicket bag so far. We've still got 2 balls that we could potentially pick up these last 2 wickets, but I don't really see it happening, especially that one there. I think that's just going to go and swing and miss off stump. No reviews in the P40 either, so which isn't a bad thing. I don't really like doing reviews on this game too much. I think it takes a wee while, but that one there is gone as well, and that is going to go 3 for 63. So a very expensive debut, just under 8 runs and over, and we are going to wrap things up. There is no way, unless whoever's bowling this last over comes in and bowls no ball after no ball, that they are going to win. So we pick up a win in our P40 debut. The 2 Kiwis there, Williamson and Cliffy, going. High fives all around for them. Adam Lyth picking up the man of the match for his 115 off 101. Luke Wells, 117 not out. Couldn't quite get them there in a chase. Yorkshire win by 45 runs on our debut, and we will definitely take that moving forward in the tournament. Anyway, guys, do hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, please remember to leave a like. If you are new, please do subscribe. Make sure you check out my Facebook and Twitter. Links that can be found down below in the description. Hope you had a good week and hope you have a good weekend planned. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. Cricket Coach 2014 carrying on in the ICC T20 World Cup. Make sure you do not miss that.